Ooh, see, the tripod just fell, y'all. Just fell. Alright. Good evening, you guys. It is currently, let me just see here. Oh, I just passed the time. 7:22. Looks like freaking midnight. But I wanted to say, because I felt compelled at this moment to say so, it is okay for you to choose you. We often go through lives feeling as though we have to put everyone else's needs and wants ahead of our own, and I am very guilty of that. When I had my kids, I always felt like it was my duty to make sure that they were always good, in which it is. That is my duty, that was my purpose, was making sure that they knew that they were good, they didn't ever have to worry, and they knew that I was there for them. But in doing so, I lost a piece of myself, which did play into my depression because I put a lot of pressure on myself to be 100% there for them. And I felt guilty, because y'all know that's one of my Achilles heels is guilt for leaving them at any point. It took me until my daughter was, I believe, 10 years old, and my son, Wolf, hold on guys, Wolf, stop licking himself, until my son was 8 years old for me to go out for the first time, like really go out, since their birth. Like I had went to the movies occasionally with my husband, but nothing was like regular for me. So it was just me feeling like, okay, occasionally like Valentine's Day I'd be like, Mom, can you watch the kids, or on our anniversary or something like that, but it wasn't like something that I regularly was doing. So it was still like 10 years I felt like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go out and not feel bad about it. Well, it turns out I did feel bad about it. I came home, I felt really bad because the kids were like, I missed you so much, and I did miss them. It's weird to be without your little people when you're with them all the time. So it took me several more years to start developing a system for myself to go out. I believe it started at around 14 for my daughter, 12 for my son. Then I had this neighbor who was just like, she didn't care about my guilt, which was good for me. So I went out with her and I did things with her on a regular basis and ended up like living my best version of life at that time, and it was good for me. It kept me out of the headspace of always feeling guilty, but she did notice a lot of times that I did carry a lot of guilt. So it's okay to choose you. I encourage you to choose you often, because what happens, I do believe that it plays into like our mental health state when we're constantly choosing others. We choose to put these other hats on before our very own. So before I was Tori, I was somebody's mother, somebody's daughter, somebody's wife, somebody's sister, and somebody's friend, somebody's relative. And I wore all these hats before I wore one of my own. So I wasn't very sure or very in touch with who I was as a person, because I had so many other obligations before getting to know myself. So I knew myself as a mother. I knew myself as a wife. I knew who I was as a friend, as a sister, as a relative, as, you know, a daughter. I knew who those parts of me were, but if you were to ask me things about myself, I honestly could only tell you about those pieces in relation to other people. So there was a lot of times that I'm like, what do I like? Like, what am I into? And I did lose portions of myself along the way, because I felt like my duty as a mother, as a daughter, as a wife came before the duty for myself. So it's okay to choose you. That is why a lot of times you're gonna see me walking by myself, because those are the moments that I choose myself, like my peace. My husband likes to come out on the walks, and occasionally I don't like to say, well, I will allow it, but that's kind of like how it is, because I use that time to not only talk to you guys one-on-one and get my message across to you guys, but it's also my me time. So I like to walk alone and think thoughts, and sometimes think thoughts out loud, sometimes not record at all. A lot of times I have messages that I put out for you that are just directly for me, but I thought I would share them with everyone else because I know a lot of times we have mom guilt, wife guilt, daughter guilt, you know what I mean? And as women, it's just so hard sometimes. I know sons have it. They go through it too, you know, being a husband, a dad, you know, a son, and they feel a lot of these guilts that come along with it, and especially depending on how you came up. Y'all know guilt was used against me a lot, so whenever I felt like I wanted to choose myself, I was made to feel guilty about it. And it was something that happened to me regularly because people knew that they could manipulate me with guilt. So they would be like, oh, you're being selfish, thinking just about you because you want to go out and be with your friends, and you're a mother and you shouldn't be going out. And like, it was very weird for me to hear stuff like that because growing up, my mother did go out a lot, and she did have weekends with her friends, and she did go out dancing and stuff like that. I remember staying with back with one of my dad's friends, me watching my siblings. Like, there were different times, you know, my dad there with us, but she definitely took her time for herself.
Guiding me over here for something.
Because I was trying to get her to go walk with me, but now she's like, I'm too clean.
She was guiding me over here and I didn't know why.
Because you're supposed to go walk with us. We had this whole plan.
We did. We did.
Can't you just throw on shorts, some pants, and a sweater, and just go around the corner? You see, she knows how to say no. I did not grow up knowing how to say no. It was just, I don't know, like, it's weird. But at least she knows how to say no. I encourage you to learn how to say no because it's just, you know. But anyways, she's annoying. But my mom did go out. She did, like, she understood that she needed that time. My sister, like, you know, when my nephew was born, like, not that long later, I think he was a month, and she went out. I didn't do those things. I did not do those things because I was taught to feel bad about stuff like that, and they weren't made to feel bad about things like that. I was like, oh, I want to go out with my friends as a teenager, and my mom would be like, all you think about is yourself. And I'm like, I mean, as a teenager, of course you're supposed to think about yourself, and that's the one time you are allowed to be that selfish, but I wasn't. So, like, I now am learning to choose myself. I'm learning what my peace looks like. I'm learning what my me time looks like, and I'm not feeling guilty for wanting that time for myself. Like, there's times, honestly, like, my husband will put on the puppy dog face or whatever, and he'll be like, I want to go with you and just be for a little bit, or, you know, and there's those times that I'm like, all right. So it's not that I don't want to walk with him, it's just that I like my time. I want to choose myself, and I wish, you know, sometimes that he would understand that I do need that separate time. People are so used to me being readily available to them that it's hard for them whenever I'm not available. Even with my friends or something, when they call and I'm not available, it's hard, because my friend just called and she's like, are you getting my messages? And I was like, I am getting them, but I don't check them right away. Like, I am honestly, like, trying to spend more time and be more conscious about the time that I spend on and off my phone, because I feel like it's a time waster, and it consumes a lot of time, and it consumes a lot of thoughts, and you end up watching other people living their lives and doing things like that when you should be focused on what's going on in your life. Although I love my YouTube people, I love my sister circle. I love my sister circle. There's people that I speak to regularly on YouTube, and I love them so much, and it just really makes me feel so good, you know, knowing that I have this tribe excuse me, a tribe of women on YouTube that I can talk openly to, and I feel that they understand me and I understand them. And no matter if it's a 1-minute video from Kendall telling me a Maya Angelou quote that I may have forgot, and or if it is, you know, watching the Scott Squad and her family, I enjoy those vlogs. And if it is dang it, if I'm watching Lodge, you know, travel, I have this circle, I have this tribe that I've built on YouTube that I feel connected to, and it's amazing to me. I think it's great. Oh, Hollywood, I just started watching Hollywood not that long ago, and she's really like real. I like her vibe, so shout out to her and Chi-Town. So, you know, having these little outlets here and there are the times that I do choose me, and I want to make myself know that it's okay to be a priority in your own life. Like, that is probably the biggest message of everything, is it's okay to be a priority in your own life. And a lot of times we don't make ourselves a priority, we make everyone else a priority around us. And Lord, it gets hard at times because I'm not good at self-care. I'm going to tell you right now. The other day I put on lip gloss and I really thought I did something with my life, because I have not been doing what I normally do. Like, back in the day, I used to dress up for no reason. It wasn't really dressing up, but now I'm like totally in leggings and a t-shirt all the time, and I really don't dress up. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's wasted clothes now. Like, just wasted clothes. I used to put on makeup. I don't think I know how to do it, and I feel like I'm allergic now. So there's just a lot of things with regard to self-care that I used to do for myself. Getting my nails and my toes done, haven't done in years. But I can do it myself and still consider it self-care. Just, you know what I mean? I just can't see myself spending the money anymore on it, just because right now my priority is debts and savings. So I can't see myself like spending $50 to $100 getting my nails and toes done. It just seems very excessive. So, you know, dyeing my hair was one of those things that I did. It's before I got all gray, y'all. Before I got all gray, I always kept a dyed hair. I liked change. I like seeing different colors in my hair and stuff like that. And for the last week, 2 weeks, I've been saying that I'm gonna buy some hair. Because why not? I was gonna buy some hair dye, and I haven't done it. And I just feel like even the littlest steps, such as buying hair dye or something like that, is a part of self-care and a part of me choosing me. So it's okay to choose yourself. I encourage you to choose yourself, and you know what I mean? Make sure that the hat that you're choosing to put on first is yours, not who you are in relation to other people. So don't focus heavily on, you know, being the wife, being the daughter, being the friend, and focus on being yourself. And he's bullying me. And let me tell you guys, I can't even finish the sentence because I don't remember. But don't focus on being everything to everyone. Focus on being everything to yourself, and everything else will fall into place. And that's how I just see it. So, well, do you choose yourself? You choose yourself. Before you are going to breathe life into anyone else, you must breathe life into yourself. You don't have to feel like you have to be there for everyone all the time. That is something that I had to work on myself. And when I felt like there were people draining the energy or the life out of me, I had to take a step back. And the way that I recharge from stuff like that is I oftentimes kind of fall off the grid. So I will end up not talking to people or not engaging with anyone because I need to recharge, and I have to recharge by myself. Some people recharge off of other people's energy, but I'm one that recharges by myself Like I said, however you need to recharge yourself, recharge yourself. Don't feel like you have to fully drain your battery for others. You know what I mean? Throughout the day, we probably, in the beginning, we start off with 100%, unless you're me. My battery doesn't fully recharge at night sometimes, so I start the day between 60 and 70%, and then throughout the day, I'm being drained by others. So, you know, I don't take that time to plug myself in at any point of the day. I just keep on draining, and then at the end of the day, my phone battery and my battery look quite the same because I typically drain my battery all the way before I will charge it. So that's kind of like how I treat myself, the same way I treat my phone. I drain it completely, and then I start recharging it. Instead of looking at it when you see it's kind of at 50%, and you know, if you watch a couple YouTube videos and your battery is going to drain completely possibly, so you stick that back on the charger. I don't do that. I just drain it out completely, and then I start over. And it's a slow process for my recharging. It's not something that happens like, oh, I'm good again. It takes me a while. Would it have been different if I would have been able to express a healthy level of selfishness when I was younger? It might have, but I'll never know now. So I have to pick it up at 39 years old and figure out like where this healthy level of selfishness is on the spectrum. Like how far is too far as far as being selfish. And because, you know, I'm just starting this out, it's baby steps for me. Like try it here, try it there, see how you feel. Sometimes I succumb to my guilt, other times I stand firm in it. It's hard at times to justify saying I'm putting me first to other people. And you shouldn't feel like you need to justify that. You should just feel like you are strong enough to say it, stand in your conviction, like, no, I need to look out for myself. I need to figure me out and all that good stuff. So that's what I'm encouraging you to say, is stand in your conviction, say, I need to take care of me. It's okay to say no. And that's it. Like, don't feel guilty over it. So I guess this is going to conclude the video. I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to comment and like and subscribe if you feel compelled to. And I will see you in the next video. Also, shout out to all the people that are doing the Positive Peeps Challenge. This concludes day 8. How exciting, right? I feel like $1,000,000 whenever I go through the videos of all the people participating, and you just get to see like where they're at, where their headspace is at, and it really gained a lot of traction, and I'm really just proud of each and every person that's sticking with it and doing it. I still kind of maintain my regular posting schedule only because I have to choose me, and I'm not able to post every single day. It just kind of gets overwhelming at times. And if I did, you guys would have like hour-long videos because I wouldn't edit, just because it's just way too much to film every day and edit every day. So yeah, I just stick to my Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, but I am still participating in this, and I really appreciate, you know, the people that started it, and hopefully we can stick through it, because you know what, honestly, through the holidays, it's really, 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 really hard on me, especially now without my family. Stop, Wolf. So I just would really like to continue on with the challenge, especially throughout the holiday season, because it's just, you know, it's encouraging, and it's like having my sister circle around me and making, you know, sending me personal messages, even though it's for everyone. I just feel like I look at the video like you're just talking to me, and it's all of us in a circle, kind of like our own little red table talk, and we're going around, and like Kendall's our cheerleader, you know, Hollywood is on giving us the real, Lodge is giving us the world perspective. I'm over here on my mental health. The Scott Squad's giving us the little people love, you know what I mean? Like everybody, Miss True is doing pretty much all of those things rolled up into one, and we're all out here trying to contribute. I am Kiva, another one. She dishes out the real, she lets you know, and doing time with the dark lens. They give you a little bit of everything too, you know. I hear like the positive things about their kids, what's going on with the husband, just their family life in general. I just love having the sister circle, the sisterhood that comes through and gives you their perspective on what is positive. So I conclude day 8, but thank you, ladies. I appreciate each and every one of you for giving me that dose of positivity. Anyone that I missed, I'm so sorry. I really appreciate you. I watch a long list of whoever has the Positive Peeps hashtag. I look at the videos, you know, whoever they put up or recommend. This again concludes day 8. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And again, choose yourself. Who else would you choose, right? So I love you guys. Bye.